prosecutor, I think, on the stand. Or on the seat.
We'll see. Should the prosecution be worried here?
They're trying to ruin the prosecutor's career or something.
Personally, my opinion, by reading this, I think the prosecution or the defense is having they're getting a little momentum here, a little momentum by this. And they could get the mojo and could swing this. But who knows? I think this might be short-lived, considering who's about to testify next.
Who's about to
testify
next?
And all the doctors just forgot. I don't think this impacts or discredits Cassie in any way. I mean, what happened to Cassie happened to Cassie. So this expert gives her opinion about victims and everything like that.
But how do we know Cassie's not out from
she's biased,
revenge?
She writes papers and
just
she gives advice to prosecutors.
Probably not, but just throwing that idea out there.
I understand where they're saying here, like, did you help the prosecutor present this case, in a sense, yourself?
By the way, Trump, put that same energy that you're putting into freaking building that damn wall, which is good, but put that same energy into our oil reserves. Get our oil
some will say she's not
pumping again. Finish the Keystone Pipeline.
I'm trying to evaluate all this and see it all.
Drilling in the Rocky Mountains where we got more oil than Saudi Arabia and all them damn countries combined, so we could have the next tallest building in the world.
I mean, she's a profession. She's a profession.
Well, professional prosecutor, I think. I didn't know you could put a prosecutor on the stand.
She's the pro. Lincoln, you missed it. Fuck. Were you advising them on how to present evidence in domestic violence case? Bach trying to keep that narrative spinning.
Comment, do you think...
Psychologist Dawn Hughes confirmed that she's never testified in the defense of a man accused of a sex crime.
Do you think Diddy will be found guilty or not guilty? Comment what you think. There's an old
Wow, NBC News is 46 minutes behind. What is going on with them? CNN is 14 minutes behind.
CNN sucks. I wouldn't trust some fake news. We don't got a good insider.
Inner City Press just, said, meanwhile, SDNY Live today charged Jeremy Jordan Jones, the self-styled founder of a purported tech company, with wire fraud, security fraud, making false statements to a bank, and aggravated identity theft.
Oh, wow.
Sham blockchain alert on it. New case, new indictment out of SDNY. If you get indicted out of SDNY, you're in trouble.
Man, what's up with them?
You're getting that inevitable conviction. The
SDNY,
Southern District of New York, indicts you on anything, you are toast.
Like French
Don't play with SDNY.
I don't even know what SDNY is.
Even Martha Stewart. Look what they did to Martha Stewart. This same court.
Oh, Martha Stewart was in this court?
I think the judge in her case was Judge Cedarbaum. Look what they did to Martha Stewart.
What do they do to Martha Stewart?
Who walks out of SDNY free? Start dropping names. She's been on a minute. She's got
10 lawyers in court. That's a lot of freaking lawyers.
They're definitely trying to discredit her. Will it work? I'm waiting for this update here. Will it work?
They were supposed to be building something on the left. I don't think they are anymore.
Met with prosecutors to educate them? I would think that's kind of weird. Don't you think the prosecution would already be educated themselves and know how to present a case? Why would they need her to educate them? Though she said I was educating them. You got to be careful with some of these
prosecutors.
Once
educating
either side would cross or any witness. Once they say something, it opens up a can of worms, and people can pounce on it. You can pounce. you can pounce on a particular statement.
What's up, Brian?
Oh yeah,
Hornet?
definitely.
What's up, sausage? What's up, wonderful?
Dr. Hughes, come on down.
What's up?
But no updates. So I'm sitting here waiting.
Devils.
We're at this sidebar. They say it's a brief sidebar, but the sidebar has been going on for over 8 minutes now. Sidebar.
Them
Sidebar,
pictures I
sidebar.
found were pretty good, weren't they?
And Kaplan might not even get on the stand today. Maybe get on shortly. He's definitely not. I don't think Kaplan's getting crossed today. So that's why Kaplan will probably go into the morning as cross. Kaplan might get on for like maybe a half hour. I don't know.
Where is this camera at?
Judge keeps reminding these parties that they're on
There's
a
a
schedule.
camera
They have a
right
schedule.
there.
They have kind of like it's
Look at that little
weird.
sneaky bitch.
They have like time frames how long they expect each person to testify and be crossed. And as discussed, the defense can't cross someone longer than the prosecutor.
They're too busy worrying about giving everyone a red light ticket, but they still they're taking all this money
They're
for
running
the
the clock.
goddamn red light tickets, but they can't fix these
They're
motherfucking
putting their money where their
potholes.
mouth is. They're using their money. They're $10 million to good use. Right? Bad use,
Hang
good
on,
use.
I'll read the comments in a minute.
They'll
We
pay
gotta
$10 million.
avoid potholes.
Now he added more lawyers. Probably added on. I think it's like $20 million.
Do you guys think P. Diddy will walk
Cassie
away
got $20
free?
million in a settlement 24 hours after it started. Cassie got $10 million from the Intercontinental Hotel.
Good.
Cassie
Damn,
demanded
Cassie's
$30 million from
doing
Diddy.
pretty goddamn good.
Imagine if Diddy just paid her. We wouldn't even be here.
Seriously.
Maybe not. Maybe Cassie wouldn't be the victim. Cassie would have been other victims against Diddy. Don't forget, there's other victims here.
Oh, so Cassie didn't get the money. I thought she
Not
did.
just Cassie.
Cassie wants that.
Defense attorneys and
Cassie wants
prosecutors
that back.
sidebar over psychologist's testimony. That is the issue right now at hand. Defense attorneys and prosecutors have been
Hey, is that
having a
abandoned?
lengthy sidebar
I wonder if see that big tall abandoned tower to the
over
left?
defense attorney Jonathan
I don't know
Box's
if it's
cross-examination
I want to go in there
of
if it
Dawn
is.
Hughes. Box asked her about 6 meetings she had with prosecutors concerning her testimony, some of which have been since the trial started. Ah, that's something new. Some of these meetings have happened between Hughes and the prosecutors after the trial has started.
Oh, already a mistrial.
That's some new information.
That just probably caused a mistrial. I don't think
Some
you
of
can do
them,
that.
up to 6. Some of them. Some of these meetings with Hughes and the prosecutors would happen after trial started.
I think that would be grounds for a mistrial. I'm
Hughes
not
has
sure,
maintained
but I
that
think so.
prosecutors have not discussed specifics
If
of
he
the
does get
case.
found guilty.
One minute ago, New Washington Post. News flash. Prosecutors speak to their witness. Dun, 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 dun. What's going on here?
I like those trucks that
What
S10.
is going on?
Those little tiny. I think those are. What is that? Let's see.
So, we are in the middle of
That's 10,
another long lawyer
Yeah,
debate
that's 10.
about Dawn Hughes' cross-examination. When the court is having these sidebars, a white noise machine blasts to keep those in the room from overhearing them. Ah!
What?
The jury has heard a lot of white noise Wednesday.
White noise. Sounds a little racist. White noise.
So, what's happening is during these sidebars, the courtroom gets this white noise.
What's a white noise?
I guess white noise, a noise.
What the hell is
So
a
no
white
one can
noise?
hear, or over like, everyone's like, oh, what are they saying? Well, even the jurors, what's going on? Nobody can hear. They play white noise.
What is white
during the
noise?
sidebars.
I don't know what is that. What the hell is white noise?
Some people are saying that the defense is purposely dragging this out to stall Kaplan. To
I
stall
want to know what
Kaplan,
white noise is. I want to ask what is white noise.
who's coming on the stand. Now that might be too. They know Kaplan's going to come up, so let's stall Kaplan.
I'm asking what's white noise.
Your boy Flavor Flav counts from 3. You're gonna go to Raising Cane's and you're gonna order hand battered.
No, I'm not. I want to know what white noise is, Flavor Flav. Damn potholes. There we go again. It's damn potholes everywhere.
He was going to invoke his Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. Eva says, look up Sandra Brown. Her website has a list of practitioners who are certified to treat you. Take some time for self-care today. Thank you, Eva. Sandra Brown. There.
I wonder what the sound of
Yeah,
noise
Sandra
is.
Brown.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
god, these potholes. I hate them. They're brutal.
Stall, stall, stall. I know a lot of people have been saying stall. I just kept seeing in the chat. This is a stall tactic. I'm reading your guys' chat. This is a stall tactic. They're stalling to buy time.
What the hell is a white noise?
Happy, what's up? They're scared of Cap. I'm telling you, Kaplan's gonna say some stuff, man. Kaplan's big, man. Cap, yo,
What is white noise? The whole internet kind of voice acts ask that question. Come on. You might be answering my question right now. But what is white noise? Well, I really titled that video wrong.
all related to the subject of your expert testimony, right? Dr. Hughes, correct. In fact, we redacted. You did.
And the
There you
video's
go.
over.
There's your answer right there.
Gotta fix that title.
We redacted.
Oh, that guy's got out of jail. The one person's looking the one person.
Some people say they don't like the government's choice of having her on the stand. Bum, bum, bum.
And I got a side note that this made me bring up. Okay, so this guy 2 days ago, SubX News. All right, so he was talking about.
All right, so we're gonna see here. Cross-examination
He's a
ended.
heifer.
So this is redirect.
Another heifer.
On redirect, Steiner confirmed with Hughes that the psychologist only evaluated court filings related to her testimony, and any filings she reviewed were redacted so that she couldn't read any facts of the case. By the way, I'm starting to think this is a stall tactic because they know they want Kaplan on to talk so then they can have overnight to review what Kaplan is saying so they can cross him tomorrow.
That sounds
I
fair.
do believe what they just did was a stall tactic, my opinion. And a lot of you feel the same. Because I don't think
I'm
they're
not
gonna,
sure.
prosecutor's gonna finish with Kaplan today. So they're looking at their clock and they're evaluating and they're seeing. So they'll be able to at least review what the prosecutor asked, the questions that prosecution asked Kaplan, and then have overnight to figure out how to cross him. Because they're going to be shocked what Kaplan might say here.
I don't know what Kaplan's gonna say.
All right, we have another exhibit. I'm going to put on the screen here shortly.
There's the next exhibit.
That was seized from Diddy's home at Star Island. So government exhibits are coming out.
A fun night.
A lot of like rope and high heels.
Oh yeah, I clipped that. That's badass. I make a nice little short.
Love cuffs and different things like that. Pretty crazy
Ring
stuff.
of fire. Hey, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and hit that thumbs up, by the way. If you like hearing about the diddler.
On redirect, Dr. Hughes confirmed that she only evaluated court filings related to her testimony, and any filings she reviewed were redacted so that she couldn't read any facts.
Another commercial. But yeah, so what he was saying was, the guy from SubX News, he was like, what he started off with, he's like, so what they do is they let like crime get so bad to the point of where then they have to go so hard on crime, they're fucking with everybody, even the people who like really aren't even doing shit wrong.
Heels, bondage type of stuff.
The fuck? Bondage.
Evidence. Government exhibits 1B251. Oh, but there's more. But this is probably the most PG I can do. There's more stuff out there. You know, there's photos out there. A lot of things like bondage. We already showed baby oil, or Astroglide, ducks and Astroglide, Stacy's guns and boxes. I guess rope there and a bunch of high heels.
This is such a...
Why would Diddy have all this stuff? Looks like handcuffs too. It looked like a set of handcuffs.
For freak-offs.
Up there in the middle.
Freaky freak-offs.
This has just been high heels. This has just been released. While we wait for see what happens here with redirect, I just wanted to share that information out, and I'll let you know as soon as Kaplan's up, because Kaplan's up soon, if not now. All right, nothing yet. And that was the agent there, Agent Gannon, holding one of the guns. That's Combs reacting about the raid. The AP reporter said that Combs put his hands there when they were talking about them busting through his front gate in that March of 2024 raid. That's when he reacted. That's what the AP reporter said that we played earlier during the lunch break. An AP reporter that is inside the courtroom. That was Combs's reaction to the evidence and stuff seized to his house and the raid itself. Looks like he's a little mad here, right, Diddy? What's going on with Diddy's mind here? What is he thinking with this? Should have took the plea. Should have took the plea. Some people say.
I don't know what the last plea they gave him was.
Diddy should have took the plea.
His lawyer.
All right, so we're now got no movement yet on.
His lawyer should have negotiated a better plea than what they tossed at him. That's my opinion.
It is 100% on.
Because it sounds like to me, they just tossed a plea.
I want to hear Kaplan today.
It sounds like it just tossed a plea at the lawyers, and the lawyers didn't even be
Defense
like, well, look,
attorney
let's just
Jonathan
do
Box
5
cross-examination
years
of Don Hughes is
instead
over.
of 10 years
The
or
questioning
whatever.
was interrupted multiple times.
Like, it sounds like they didn't even try to negotiate a better plea, the lawyers, in my opinion.
Bach also has a slow and somewhat meandering cadence when it's asking questions and there would be at
He
times
should have
lengthy
negotiated a
pauses
better
as he
plea
queued up his next line of inquiry.
on the day of the
This was
trial.
highlighted when the government started its redirect of Hughes at a much faster clip.
With 10 lawyers, he should have been able to negotiate like a fucking 5-year plea or something.
So we're still on the redirect here. Holmes having a
And
bad
the last
day.
plea I heard with Diddy was,
Well,
shit, you might as well at
nice.
least take a gamble in court at his age. I mean, that's the last plea I heard. They should have negotiated a better plea.
We'll hear more about Hughes shortly.
He shouldn't have plea. He should have got a
Getting
plea.
a little slow
But he should have
for the moment.
negotiated a better
And I wanna
plea,
hear
and he
from
shouldn't
Cap
have pushed the
that
trial to
for
try
mine.
to happen so
Now,
fast.
I
That's
think
the
he
other
was
spot
done.
where he fucked up.
I don't think any redirect is really going to do anything here or the cross. Was she discredited? I'll have to look more about what the media is putting out there, like if she really got. But I really haven't seen anything damaging on Dr. Hughes.
I wonder if he got oil in jail. I know they sell baby oil in certain jails.
Comments.
Or Vaseline, I mean. He's having
Somebody
a
said in the
Vaseline
comments, stall
freak off.
tactics so defense can have a cross with Kaplan tomorrow. It's
Hey, he
today.
likes doing guys in the
'Cause
butt.
he's bringing big
So he's
guns.
around all
That's where I
guys.
kind of agree with. And a lot of you
So he gets it
so
in the
smart.
butt, too.
The defense
did
or the
alert.
defense is looking at their clock. They know the judge has already set a time that these court hearings will go. And so they're looking at their clock and they're evaluating the
Work.
questions.
8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Because we're
Damn.
finding a way to stop this. So when
7-hour
Kaplan
court
comes up,
date.
who
8-hour court
apparently
date.
has immunity, and it's going to share a lot. They know that the defense or the prosecution will probably not finish with him today.
They should have negotiated
even
a
if they
way better
finish it, if
plea
it's
than what he
close to
got. He
3
should have
o'clock,
took a
even if
plea,
the defense
but not the
starts
plea
on
that
him
they
a
were
little bit
tossing
on
at him.
cross,
Because the plea they were tossing at him was pretty much
till they
life,
say, hey, we need a
essentially,
break.
from the last I heard.
Now let's see if the judge
They should have tried
and
tossing
the
something to
prosecution,
him
who I
like,
feel are always in cahoots with one another. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Usually the prosecutors run the show. The judge is just there to keep it reality. It's really the prosecutions that run the show. Let's see if they're hip to it, and if the cross does start on Kaplan, that the judge extends the day past 3 o'clock. So that could also be a counter.
I
We'll
think
see.
that judge wants to go home. Fucking that's a long ass trial.
We shall see. But we're still stuck on this moment here. I don't know where we're at. I haven't got any additional information, so we're just on standby here. In the meantime, I'm just reading some of the reports that are out. Ooh, somebody got a, somebody's yelling. Sounds a little animated out there.
Well,
A little
the
bit.
courthouse. What are they yelling?
Sounds interesting.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay. Steiner, we got another question. You are a AUSA Steiner to Dr. Hughes. You are a board certified forensic psychologist, right? She goes, yep. How many of those are in the state of New York? She says, I think about 40. You are a board certified forensic psychologist, right? How many of those are in the state of New York? I think about 40. So 40, not many. Not
Yeah,
many.
this arthritis is fucking
Not
me
me.
up right now. It's fucking cold, raining, fucking. Oh man, that really fucks you up when you
40.
got arthritis.
Out of millions in the state of New York, there's only about 40 that are board certified forensic psychologists in the state of New York. So she's just one of an exclusive club of forensic psychologists.
Okay, Blue Hornet, hi. Big sausage from Canada. More diddling today. Yep. Big sausage.
Where are they
from
going
Canada.
with this?
Guilty of what? Whatever they're charging him with, Canada guy. Wonderful.
This is
Everybody
redirect, by the way.
Diddlies.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have a really, really big day tomorrow. So I know we're jumping ahead a little bit while we wait. Tomorrow's day is gonna be a big, big day.
Why?
Kaplan and Kid Cudi. Cudi.
Oh, Kid Cudi?
Rapper testifying against another rapper.
Damn.
Doesn't get better than that.
A rapper's gonna testify against another
Will everyone
rapper.
think that Kid Cudi's a snitch? What about the stop snitching culture? Will everyone
Yeah, don't be a snitch.
shun Kid Cudi? Or what? Does Kid Cudi really want to be
You
there?
ever hear the
Will
saying
Kid Cudi
snitches get
want
stitches?
some sort of
I wonder if
immunity
that
or
snitch will
sign a
get some
proper agreement?
stitches.
How will the music industry
Any
feel
snitch
about
deserves
Kid
stitches.
Cudi testifying against Diddy? Will this limit his opportunity to do anything in the future?
Snitches get stitches. You hear that saying?
Remains to be seen. All right, where we at?
Trying to get to your comment, wonderful.
I want Kaplan.
Pay attention to more
I don't
important
know
shit.
where
at the
else we're
moment.
going on this. Recross. Holmes' attorney. Your defense work is almost entirely for victims of domestic violence, right? She goes, I'm not so sure that's true. Fox said, you worked with Mr. Brian Steele, who was defending a woman charged with reacting to domestic violence, right? She goes, yup. Your defense work is entirely on victims of domestic violence, right? That's not entirely true. But you work with Mr. Brian Steele, who was...
Hey, has anyone tried any of those clear films for your license plate
right?
to stop the cameras?
She already said she doesn't work with offenders. She works with victims.
And all these bottles, I can't even sip my milk. It's making me choke on my milk.
Everybody's like, time is running out. Time to get George on.
Alright, wonderful. Everybody
Some people say, hey,
diddles once in their life.
40 certified forensic psychologist
Devil's advocate.
in the state of New York. And
He
you
who
choose this
casts
one.
the
Where's the
first
39
stone is the biggest diddler. That's funny. Diddy the diddler.
But really, what does she have to do with anything?
Diddy diddle the diddler like the diddler of never before. He's the
We're
first
sharing
diddler
how
that's
not
ever
necessarily
diddled
Cassie,
like a
but
diddler.
similarities that
At Granger, we're for
Riddle me the diddler. That's a pretty good image. That's a pretty good image I found. Enough of Granger.
Cassie, and probably the next victim too.
Hey, there's your rent-free housing. You guys been living there a hot minute. Now, why can we house... tell me, why can we house fucking people from Venezuela and all these other countries, but that guy can't get free housing? Or girl, or whoever's in there. Why can't that person get free housing? Why do all the fucking immigrants get free housing, but our homeless don't? We don't take care of our own, but we'll take care of people
You think they
fucking...
won this particular
that
little
come in here
battle?
illegally and shit.
Not the whole thing, not the whole, but the battles, each battle. Some might win some.
At least
some
Trump
might
put
win
a
some.
stop to them
And,
coming in
and
here.
it's
For now, I need them to really get on
who
that
eventually
oil.
comes out on top.
More vacancies on the left.
Dawn Hughes is off the stand. Gone. All right, let's bring them in. Let's bring Kaplan in. I don't even think they break because it's 2:42. I think they'll go Kaplan. Kaplan's not getting crossed though, so
Oh,
the
no
defense
electric today?
has overnight to think about this. Unless, like I said, the judge keeps it going. We'll see.
The diddler's in trouble. Sounds like if they keep it going.
I don't think any of you think the defense is winning any battles, by the way. I just threw that out there. As do you think?
I don't know. I've been listening to the whole trial.
Next witness, judge calls, the government calls George Kaplan.
I think where the defense is going
Time
to
for
win
George.
is...
We're going to put George's photo up so everyone...
Where I think the defense is going to win is either A, there's some P. Diddy fans in the jury and they're just going to vote not guilty no matter what they hear. That's the only way I think the defense is going to win.
See a face to the person that's testifying.
I hate being next to semi-trucks.
Kaplan is up.
Big ass trucks scare me.
Kaplan is up.
I got rammed in the rear.
This might
from a
get good.
semi
Get your popcorn
and
and get everything ready. Kaplan.
I don't know too many people who's been hit by 2 semi-trucks.
Here he is. George Kaplan. Come on down. He's going to say the year he worked. Somebody in the chat was saying 213 to 250. Most likely going to be in that range. We shall see.
Welcome,
He's going to talk about his scope of his duties with Bad Boys, the inner workings, and then it might get into the good stuff. George Kaplan. Kaplan is up. What is Kaplan going to say? Come on in. What is Kaplan going to say? Yeah, I got my eyes, too, on Kaplan. He didn't want to be there. He got the subpoena, he said. He didn't want to be there. He wouldn't incriminate himself on anything.
This guy.
Said he's going to invoke the 5th. Now he got immunity. Now they're gonna say on the immunity stuff, by the way. You know, you got immunity. You got immunity. That's definitely coming up on the cross. You can almost guarantee it. Immunity.
Damn, this fucking light's on.
Oh, I just want to add something because this is interesting, and I didn't really understand that when I saw this tweeted out. But I just want to say that going back to Dawn Hughes, in her final question on redirect, Assistant U.S. Attorney Steiner confirmed that psychologist Dawn Hughes has been retained as an expert witness by one of Sean P. Diddy Combs' defense attorneys in another case.
Wait, what?
In recross, Jonathan Bach confirmed that Hughes had worked with defense attorney Brian Steele in the past, but she didn't testify as a trial witness in Steele's case. That is interesting. Just want to put that out there.
Sounds like some double jeopardy shit.
Which defense attorney? All right, here we go. Some of you are good in this chat. Did you work for Combs Enterprise? Yes. 213 to 215. What fell under the holding company? Clothing, liquor, entertainment. I was an executive assistant to the chief operating officer. Where did you work? 1710 Broadway, New York City. All right, so he worked as the executive assistant to the COO, the chief operating officer.
Ugh, fucking potholes, man.
1710 Broadway.
Aren't you in fucking
wow, that's
Trump
like
went, they
literally
don't
in
got
Central
potholes
Park,
like this.
just
I
south
bet you in
of
Dubai
Central
they don't
Park.
got potholes like this. They used to, probably. Not no more.
At 54th Street. Ah.
We gave him so much
Clothing, liquor, entertainment. What was your next position?
Anal.
The average dog only lives to be 10. That's...
I was making a joke to his question.
Quorum. She essentially ran Mr. Combs' life.
Baby oil.
Where did you report? L.A.
Anal.
KK name dropped again. KK name drop.
Klux Klan?
Gonna get good, folks. He had received a subpoena to testify. Earlier, he invoked his Fifth Amendment right to not testify on the grounds of potential self-incrimination, but the judge indicated he was going to sign an immunity order that would require him to testify.
Oh, wow.
Immunity. Uh-oh.
I think we need to have a car
Get
accident.
ready.
Go to the hospital.
Get ready. What's Kaplan gonna say?
So he's just signing an immunity order, so that means anything he says that he did illegal.
Yeah, that
he's not
office
gonna
at
get in trouble
1710
for?
Broadway is literally like
Seriously, is
between
that what that
Times Square and
means?
Central Park. It's a nice area.
So anything he says that's illegal, he
They had a
can't
nice
be charged
spot.
for because he's trying an immunity.
All right, let's
Interesting.
keep it going.
I didn't know he had the power to say.
Keep it
turn into
going.
doing illegal stuff in court with not getting charged with it by signing an immunity paper. That's really interesting.
What is he gonna say?
I just learned something new.
What did you do? What was your job consisting of? I carried his bags, made such things where when he wanted them, as he trusted me more than anyone around, more than anyone else. I'd set up hotel rooms. How many hours a week did you work? 80 to 100 hours.
God damn.
Whoa!
You know, 100
He
hours.
worked 80 to 100 hours a week.
That's damn near fucking 24 hours a day, probably.
Sounds like 12 to 15 hours a day.
12 to 15. Damn.
80 to 100 hours a week.
For how long? How many years? How many months? It's a long time.
80 to 100 hours a week. Can you work 80 to 100 hours a week? What do you get paid? How much did you get paid? $125,000 a year to start.
125,000 a year. That's,
He worked 80 to 100 hours a week. He got
so
paid
how much does that come out to-
$125K a
How
year.
much does that come out to per hour?
What did you do in the morning? Make sure everything was in the bathroom. The breakfast cooked. He was recording a mixtape, so we worked late.
Mixtape? A sex mixtape?
$125,000 a year. 80 to 100 hours a week. What'd you do in the morning? You make sure everything was in the bathroom. The breakfast cooked.
Baby oil?
He made sure the breakfast was cooked. That's a lot of hours. That's a schedule. I mean, but remember this. James was testifying that he was working 20 hours a day. Diddy working people to death.
For real.
He's literally enslaving people. I mean, $125,000 is a lot of money a year. But working 100 hours a week for $125,000, you only live once.
That's pretty brutal.
I don't know, man. Maybe if he was making $500K a year, I think some people would take it. That much work hours for $125,000 a year. Let's see his 1099s. Yeah, I know, right? That's about $30 an hour. $30 an hour.
$30 an
Lots
hour.
of people make more than $30 an hour,
For working for P. Diddy, that's it. $30 an hour? That's pretty shitty.
right? That was also 12 years ago. Good point. 12 years ago. That was 12 years ago salary,
Oh,
too.
yeah, but
bit
still,
different,
$30
you
an
know?
hour really ain't shit even 12 years ago.
Good point, though. 125,000 12 years ago was significantly more than it would be today, right? Today's money would be like 200,000, maybe. I don't know. I'm not an economist, but yeah, that is a good point. That was 12 years ago. Great point. All right, see what else he has to say. Come on, Kaplan. Come on, spill it. Spill it, Mr. Kaplan. We want to hear it. Spill the beans. Talk. Share. Enlighten us. Inform us. Tell us what's up. What type of breakfast did he make? Well, we know that he liked eggs in skillet. Eggs. You like an egg. Protein. Eggs.
Support
And then
the
also
local
people paying
comic book shop.
$125,000 in New York City's peanuts.
We're almost at our zeros.
Say it's like 50,000 in a smaller city. 125,000 in New York City. I mean, rent is crazy, cost of living is high, everything is up, prices. Plus, you're in that life with Diddy. I wonder if he had to pay his own expenses or everything was paid as far as when he went out with Diddy and did all the work. I'm wondering if the employer did he for all that stuff. So is that 125,000 on top of having free lunches, free lifestyles, and traveling around and free travel expenses? Who knows? Might get more into that. But this is just scratching the surface of what he's gonna say. Obviously, he's not on here to
I guess
say
30 years
talk.
ago,
He's going to say some stuff. That's why the prosecution's bringing him up. He's 100% going to talk about criminal activity. It's just a matter of when.
You gotta figure that long ago. Gas
What's he
was
gonna
only
say?
$1.98 a gallon.
What's he going to say?
Not as cheap as Trump got the
Remains
gas,
to be
though.
seen.
Trump got the gas even cheaper
Come on
than
in.
that.
We're waiting for Kaplan. We're at the edge of our seats.
I need to
Kaplan,
find
come
some
on down.
peace. I
Say
got some
something.
pretzels to give him.
Kaplan. Diddy would also be like, seems like a night person, whether it's the freak offs or the music session. It seemed like they happen.
Alright,
in the middle of the night.
destination.
It seems like all of them get an early start anyway. I don't know when did Diddy sleep? Everybody has to sleep at one point, right? Everybody has to sleep. All right, let me check out the update on CNN.
There we go, our churros.
All right, CNN put out 1 minute ago. Kaplan started at Combs Enterprise in 2013, later promoted to Combs executive assistant. He said basically is 10 months later, he was eventually promoted as the executive assistant to Combs. He reported to KK.
Are there any parking on the street
Combs'
over
former
here?
chief of staff, who he said essentially ran his life. KK. Oh, he's throwing KK under the bus.
Who's KK?
Dude, he's
What's
basically
plan?
saying KK ran Combs' life.
Who the hell is KK?
Who was security? Here we go. Uncle Paulie, D-Rock, and Ruben.
I think D-Rock is the only
Uncle
one that did
Paulie,
sign
D-Rock,
that
Ruben,
thing that
later
says he
licensed
can't talk
security in
about
the
what
second half of
happened.
215.
All his other bodyguards
How
did.
frequently did you communicate with Mr. Combs? Multiple times a day. Things could be found in the back. An iPad, drugs, whatever. Oh, he's already going in. Drugs. Black Mafia? Is that what's going on here? Rico.
Milk is always good with
He already
girls.
talking about drugs.
They
Last
also
thing
got
he
a
said
thing
was
in there that
drugs and
looks
an
like
iPad.
milk.
Whatever.
It's called
Good
ochada.
things could be found in the back. I don't know where he's going with this, but we're gonna go and we're gonna
But
listen.
it's not milk, but it looks like milk. It's rice milk.
Starting to get good.
The gas went back down $3.99 in Chicago. Yesterday, I think it was like $4.29 there for the cheap shit.
Washington Post emphasized that he'd been sworn in 20 minutes before 3 p.m., where the judge usually ends the court for the day at 3 p.m. We are approaching 3 p.m. Combs hired a more polished security team in 215. Ex-assistant testifies. Sean Diddy Combs hired a licensed security group in the second half of 215, as former executive assistant George Kaplan testified. This group was more professional, more polished than Combs' former longtime security guards, and seemed to have a lot more real-time training. All
Well,
right.
it's me and my sweetheart's anniversary.
D-Rock,
today, 5
Uncle
years.
Paulie, Ruben and Uncle Paulie are other names that have been mentioned numerous times. Did Combs ever threaten you? He threatened my job, he said. How often? Maybe monthly. He'd say he was
Did he
only to
threaten
be
your
surrounded
butthole?
by the best people.
I wonder if he threatened
For
his
example,
butthole.
he had me go get 1 liter of water, and I brought back 2 half liters. He said no. All right, so he's talking about Combs wanted the best. He sent him on a mission one day to get 1 liter of water. But instead of coming 1 liter of water, he brought back 2 half liters, and Combs went ballistic. He said, no!
You stupid motherfucker!
How did you travel?
I only
On his
wanted
jet,
1 bottle, not 2.
or going in advance to make sure it's all set up? How
It's
did
like
you
him
set up
beating
hotel
up
rooms?
Cassie for
There was a
not
bag.
bringing. He
I
said,
unpacked
"Where's
it,
my food,
closed,
bitch?
handled,
I'm hungry.
astroglide,
You're getting a
baby
beating.
oil.
No food, bitch."
Who bought this? Me. Oh. So Kaplan is testifying that he bought Astroglide and baby oil with his own money. I guess he got reimbursed, right? So Diddy
Or did he get
has all the
reimbursed?
people around him do all the dirty work.
Like picking up the
Have you
Astroglide
noticed
and
that
baby
type of
oil.
pattern?
Did
Everything
Diddy
that
don't
gets
pick up
done
his own
gets done
Astroglide and
with
baby
other
oil.
people
He has
at
other
home
people
and
pick it up
direction.
for him.
He said he set up hotel rooms. There was a bag.
The key to successful events, it's all in the details. Alpha Graphics crafts elegant signage, photo-worthy graphics.
Combs freaked out on him because he wanted a liter of water, and he brought back 2 half liters. I mean, 2 half
He
liters.
gave
Half
him
liter,
the
half liters, 1 liter.
fair
Give me
pan.
1 liter. Okay, I'll bring you 4 quarter
You gave
liters.
him the pimp slap.
But here's your 1 liter. No, I want 1 liter.
1 liter, bitch. Gave him a little backhand, the bitch slap.
Thank you, Kevin. Another fantastic day of reporting. I saw the comment come through.
Y'all gotta start donating to my channel. I don't get paid
I
for
swear,
this
though, if I hear Astroglide and baby oil one more time, because that's all we hear
shit. For
every
real.
single day. Astroglide, baby oil.
Non-stop from everybody.
Astroglide and baby oil. Mentioned again by Mr. Kaplan.
It's comical how much you hear it.
How many people are going to testify about Astroglide and baby oil? A lot. Over and over and over. Astroglide, baby oil. Astroglide.
More baby oil.
All right, we're continuing to listen. What else is he going to say? He's getting into the
cutlass.
freak-offs, maybe. In what cities did you set up hotel rooms? L.A., New York, Miami, in L.A., Mr. C, Bel Air, the Intercontinental, Mr. C, in New York, Trump Hotel, by Columbus Circle, in Miami, the SLS.
Yeah, he was even at the Trump Hotel having a freak off.
Ha! This validates what I said earlier. How was it booked? He says, Frank Black, based on Biggie's Frank White. We discussed this, right? Why is he using Frank Black? He's trying to be like Biggie Frank White.
So
There
I
you
know
go.
what the white noise
Frank
is.
Black, based on Biggie's Frank
What
White.
the hell is a white noise?
He wanted to be Frank Black. We talked about that. Everything being set up. Frank Black, Frank Black. Well, I could have sworn I heard Biggie say in the song Frank White.
I don't know about all that, but
Kaplan's daily communications with Combs included
his
requests
word
for
for it.
clothing, food, drugs. Former assistant testifies. George Kaplan, a former assistant to Sean Combs, communicated with Combs daily, exchanging texts, calls, and emails multiple times a day about things needed, which could include clothing or personal food for somewhere, or drugs or liquor, or an iPad or a speaker. Frank Black. How was it booked? Hotel rooms. Frank Black. Would you clean up the rooms? Yes. Bottles of baby oil, Gatorade. Once.
more baby oil.
At the hotel staff. It was implied to protect his image. I was keen on doing that. So basically, he had to clean up the freak-offs. They had him clean up the freak-offs because they didn't want the hotel to clean up the freak-offs, because one, probably all this oil all over the place and damage, it would be all over the hotel room, and it would expose what Diddy's doing in these hotel rooms.
That'd be nasty.
So right
to
here,
clean
this
up
guy
after
here
his
had to
freak
clean
off.
up the mess. He was called in to clean up the hotel rooms after the freak.
That'd be nasty as hell having to clean up after P. Diddy's freak off. I would not want that. I don't care how much I was getting paid. I wouldn't want to have
Want
to
the
touch all
hotel
that nasty ass
staff to
baby
do it.
oil.
He had to do it. He had to clean up the freak off. So that's his job.
Ew.
Kaplan's known here as cleaning up the mess.
This bitch.
Steve, maybe others. Well, at the time, it'd probably be just Cassie, right? Because we're talking about 213. All left all around there. Who knows? And for $125,000 a year, you're cleaning up freak off messes. Ugh.
I'll pass.
1 minute out. CNN put out a report.
I don't know if that's worth $125,000 a year. Cleaning up freak off messes. I don't think that's worth it.
Combs would remark that he wanted to be surrounded by the best, and those around him at the time were not performing at that level. Sometimes Combs was angry, other times motivational when he said it. During Kaplan's first week of working for Combs, he assigned Kaplan to find a 1-gallon BPA free water bottle at Whole Foods. The store didn't have it, so he brought back two half-gallon bottles instead. Combs he was angry, and he told Kaplan he did not bring him what he asked for. He was very close to my face.
I'd be angry too. I gotta carry around 2 bottles.
So,
I'd be like,
Combs
you
is tripping
stupid
over
assistant, you're gonna get the bitch slapped.
That's
No,
not
I'm
what
just
I
kidding.
asked for.
Yeah, now he's gotta carry around 2 bottles. It's a lot more work than carrying around 1 bottle. That's
getting
like
good.
saying, bring me a gallon of
getting
milk,
good.
and instead of bringing a gallon of milk,
All right.
you bring 2 half-gallons of milk. What the fuck?
Now,
You're gonna get
about the
the
cleanup. He
bitch
was
slap.
applied to protect his public image.
The pin
I was
pan.
keen on doing that.
I'm just kidding.
AUSA, explain.
It's not that big of a deal.
Attorney
Sorry,
Mark.
it still equals a gallon of milk.
Objection. Judge, overruled.
Any new comments?
Kaplan goes,
Oh,
I
what's up,
found
Shivity? How
hotels
you doing today?
would sell
Thanks for
photos to
watching.
newspapers to shame guests. Did he reach out to you from the room? Kaplan says, for food, clothes, sometimes drugs, I did it. What drugs? He said DOP kit, D-O-P-P kit.
What the hell is that?
Legal drugs? Holmes' attorney, I object to the term illegal. What other drugs? Ketamine, Advil. What did he ask for? I picked up drugs for him. MDMA. Who asked? Mr. Combs. In LA and Miami. All right. Boom. Testified. Confirmed. Combs had Mr. Kaplan pick up drugs for him, including MDMA, ketamine, Advil, which is, headache. That's not a drug. Holmes' attorney, Mark, was like, I object to the term illegal. And he also said something like he did the cleaning of the freak-offs because the hotels would sell newspapers or sell photos of hotel rooms, how they were after hotel guests left,
Yeah.
2 newspapers to shame guests.
Like,
they didn't
subscribe,
want
share, hit thumbs
photographs
up.
out there of the hotels that give it to newspapers. They don't want those images out of the hotel rooms a mess. It would expose him and it would embarrass him. So Kaplan was the one that had to clean the mess up.
Like, subscribe, share, thumbs up.
In Miami, Mr. Combs asked me to call a person.